So Nikki Haley, Donald Trump's former rival, is offering some advice for him and JD Vance in this 2024 campaign. This is NBC reporting, and it says that Nikki Haley said Monday, today, that former President Donald Trump and JD Vance should change the way that they speak about women and focus instead on policy positions. In an interview on Fox and Friends, Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, was asked why she thinks that Harris has a 14-point lead in the gender gap among women. She said, quote, "I think it's because Donald Trump and JD Vance need to change the way that they speak about women." Probably true. "You don't need to call Kamala dumb. She didn't get this far, just by accident. She's a prosecutor. You don't need to go and talk about intelligence or looks or anything else. Just focus on the policies." So she's probably right here. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I haven't heard them really go after Kamala Harris's looks all that much, unless you count Donald Trump talking about how he doesn't think that she's black in that one interview back in July. But yeah, they've been fumbling a lot in that regard. Just focus on policies is probably a good idea, but then again, it probably won't work because the policies that the Republicans have been pushing this election aren't exactly great. I mean, I know Project 2025 is not Trump's plan, but that's not exactly an appealing basket of policies there. Generally, women just want a candidate who will not try to crack down on abortion. That's something that's proved to be extremely polarizing ever since Roe versus Wade was overturned. And this is, believe it or not, the first presidential election since Roe versus Wade was overturned. I know it feels like a long time now, but yeah, a lot of voters are upset about that. And as a result, they're going to back the blue, as in the blue party, the Democrats. And even if the Republican, like Trump sort of is, campaigns in a more pro-choice way, they're going to have some backlash because the fact of the matter is Trump appointed 3 Supreme Court justices who were all part of that Dobbs majority. Not a single one voted to preserve Roe. So Haley says, the bottom line is we win on policies. Stick to the policies. Leave all the other stuff. That's how we can win. I mean, she's sort of right in the sense that you don't want to veer off too much into talking about, obviously, looks, probably not intelligence, character, accusing your opponents of, just being communists or something without giving some sort of policy explanation why. I mean, Trump was just out there saying Kamala Harris is a communist, a Marxist, and he got fact-checked by PolitiFact as pants on fire because she's really just a center-left senator. She has a record of campaigning on some more progressive ideas, but even then, not remotely in the realm of being communistic. So, yeah, I see where Haley's coming from. The Trump campaign did not immediately respond to NBC News' request for comment about Haley's remarks. So, yeah, here's what I think. They're kind of in damage control in a sense, too, mostly because of J.D. Vance, actually. Because, I mean, Trump's actually been able to win an election before in 2016. Vance won in Ohio, but he's never won while being on a presidential ticket. That was Trump and Pence in 2016. So Vance has that childless cat ladies remark, and that's obviously like a very pointed thing at childless women. And he included Kamala Harris in there, really just throwing women who choose not to have kids under the bus, like women who just choose to live a different way, as though that's more egregious than childless cat men, although he threw Pete Buttigieg in there for some reason. But yeah, he seems to have a problem with women in general. It's just an observation, not a character attack. But yeah, and even though that interview, the childless cat lady interview with Tucker Carlson, was before he was on the presidential ticket, it came to light, and he's got to do some damage control now, and he really hasn't. He kind of doubled down on the remark, actually, which is pretty sad and embarrassing. So yeah, Trump and Vance definitely do have a problem in terms of talking about women, in terms of being divisive. I would say, actually, despite normally being more divisive, J.D. Vance is the bigger offender in terms of talking poorly about women than Donald Trump is. But yeah, I don't know, though, that focusing exclusively on policy is the best way to go, because their policies aren't great. I think that there's a lot of walls that they can't work their ways around on policy, that Harris and Walz, if they play their cards right, actually can. So yeah, if you like this video, if you found it insightful or helpful, please do leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Help grow the channel. And thank you very much. I look forward to speaking to you in the next video.